Hi, Doug Bird from Doug Bird's Tackle World here. I'm going to talk to you about what we did today with Clint fishing. So this will be actually at the front of the video, and you'll get some idea what we're talking about as it goes through, okay? So I'm just going to tell you what the hooks we use, the swivels we use, the sinkers, the line, and the bait. Okay, so we'll start with the rods and reels. Okay, so rods and reels, we just use very light stuff, something like this type of combo here. Little 2,500 size reel. I use graphite rods. Clint likes a little bit, he uses graphite too, but he likes also soft type tips. More like this type here. Little sienna, but with a very, very, very soft tip, if you can see that, okay? Because the fish need to hook themselves, as you'll see throughout that video. We don't hold the rods, we watch the tip. The more sensitive the tip, the more easy it is to get the bite, okay? I use braided line, just like so, around 8 or 10 pounds, and Clint uses mono line around 8 pounds or 6 pounds. The reason why I use braid over Clint's mono is the thickness. So to give you some idea, 8 pound mono, this is very good mono, it's very, very good mono. Very nice, very, very flat, no memory, whatever. It's 8 pounds, 0.23 of a millimetre thickness. The reason I like braid is I have less current, I can use a little bit smaller sinkers, but with whiting it doesn't really matter on sinker size, they don't care. Brim do, but whiting don't. So you can use bigger sinkers, but I cast further, it's easier, whatever. So my thickness is only 0.10 millimetre. So my line's half the thickness of Clint's 8 pound, and my braid's 8 pound, okay? So that's half the thickness of that. But that still works fine. If you're into mono, that's fine. Clint likes to do a big strike up. I sort of just hook them and hold them. Clint does a real big strike up, which you'll see, and because there's a big delay and stretch in mono, and the hook eventually makes contact, okay? So you need to strike a bit harder and a bit more into it. The rod won't bend over and break because there's so much delay in that stretch. It goes through to the bottom down to the hook, okay? So that's the sort of line and rods and reels we're using. And then the hooks we're using. So I've been using those true turns and bait holders in number 4s, which we've talked about previously on the whiting sort of seminars. I like that hook, it's a bait holder, it's not too long, doesn't use too much worm up. Worms are hard to catch, or expensive to buy. Clint likes to use the Aberdeen number 4, the mustard, that fellow there, which we sell as well. It's a very good hook for whiting, I must admit. Doesn't have any barbs on it, so you need to put the worm on properly. The leader that we both use is around about 8 to 12 pound, whatever you've got in fluorocarbon at the time. That's 8 pound there, okay? And that's 12 pound or 10 pounds, it's all good, 8 to 12. You don't need to use 6 and 4, I suggest not using it. The reason being, any whiting over 40 centimetres, if it does a pull down and you've got a bit of pressure on it, it's going to be more than that 6 pounds, it's going to snap your line, okay? You'll lose it. So the amount of bites difference between using 8 or 10 pound leader, or even 12 pound and 6 pound is irrelevant. When they're on the bite, they don't care. They're just going to take it. Okay, same with sinker size. You don't need to use little tiny pea sinkers when the tide's slowing down. Even if you still got a 3 ball line like that size, you know, they don't care. They'll still whack it. When the tide runs a little bit, they'll use a 4 or even 5 ball, so quite a bit bigger size, okay? The bait that we're using, so worms. It's worms or yabbies normally for whiting. These have been, these are like, I don't know how to do it, brine worms, whatever they are. But these are beach worms that have been brined, they never freeze, so they come straight out of the thing and they're actually soft, straight out of the freezer, but they're very tough. So you can see this, what I do is I break a piece off around about the length of the hook, or a bit over the length of the hook, just like so. I've got scissors because they're so tough. Use scissors and cut it, that's what I do anyhow. I cut them in about 20 pieces that big, and that's what I use, okay? Like that piece there. I get my hook, little bait holder hook, okay? And I never stick it in the end there at the top, I stick it in about here. Leave it a little bit at the top to wiggle around. Now, I notice Clint leaves a lot to hang off the bottom. My theory always there is that maybe the fish is going to grab the tail and pull a whole lot off the hook. But he gets lots of fish, so I'm guessing his method works probably better than mine, perhaps. But I leave a little tail hanging off the bottom. So when I get to the point here where my eye on the hook's here, I'll pull the worm over the eye of the hook like so, it's still sticking at the end, and it's going to wiggle in the current. Okay, all right. At the bottom here, my hook's sticking out here, just at the end of it, and there's a little tiny piece at the bottom. Here, Clint will have about at least 10 mil hanging at the bottom, or maybe 15. A little bit different to me. You may see it on the video, you may not, but have a check out what he does. And that's my sort of worm there, okay? And my leader's around about 50 centimetres long, or 40 to 50 centimetres long. I noticed Clint's was around about 60 to 70, a little bit longer. So yeah, that's about it. And just watch the video. Watch what we do, how we lay the rods down. Watch how we concentrate on watching the tip and watch the tip move, and we let them take it down, and you've got to be very quick to grab it and strike on it, okay? Sometimes they will grab it down and suck it down, and they'll swallow it, and they'll hold, we call them sleepers. They're done, already hooked up, and they're just waiting for you to actually notice it, and then you'll catch them as well. But generally it's quite an active move. And bream are the bycatch. Okay, so anyhow, watch the video, hope you enjoy it, and good luck in the whiting fishing, and there's plenty around. They're here for another 3 or 4 months, so please enjoy it. They're great eating and great fun to catch. Thank you, bye-bye. Nice fish, mate.
Yeah, nice fish, mate.
Well done. Your left rod, Clint. That's left rod, left, that's right. I've got one in there too. You get them both? This is not fair, I'm stop videoing. Right. You can hold the video, thinking I want to do some fishing there.
Probably a bream anyway.
I don't think so. No. Oh, it was a whiting too, Clint. Too fast, mate. It's alright, you're learning.
Yeah, still learning.
So Clint had one on. He held it on his leg while he brought in the other one. Oops, he's in my line, that's alright. That's a nice whiting. See if you guys lifting this up here. Nice, but nicely done, mate. Whoa! Oh!
Delete that video.
So if you guys just saw that, Clint just dropped 2 fish at the back of the boat.
Delete that video.
Okay, my turn to start catch some fish.
Going deep, hasn't it? Another whiting he's caught. That's alright, still a nice little fish. Still, yeah.
Thanks, Clint.
Nothing wrong with that.
I need to get, oh, yeah.
At least you got yours in your boat.
What do you got there, Clint?
Fish,
mate. Nice one, buddy. Good. Nice.
Happy days. Some of the boys there with a couple of fish. How many do you get? 15? 15, 20? I'll do a proper count, eh? Oh, we don't have time for that, mate. We're trying to get a feed of fish. Still got him on?
Yeah. It's got another line.
Multiple hookups.
Wrong way.
Still nice little whiting. Still good fish. Up here whiting fishing. Absolutely going berserk. Fishing this nice little eddy just here on the corner here. Dad with another whiting. Every bait's a fish at the moment.
Just watching these rod tips there. See if he gets a bite. Bit like gunslinging, Clint. You got to be quick on the grab, mate. Quick on the draw.
Touch there, but
Didn't come back.
yeah, he's gone.
Sometimes you put your rod down, they'll come back, right?
You hope so, yeah. You want to see stop doing when the both of them will take off.
Yeah, that's right. Said mayhem before the 6 rods took off, so then we got back to 4 rods because we couldn't handle 3 each for Fisherman. Did you get him, mate? Yep, he's got him. Let's see what size this is. Oh, Brim, we won't go to that one. We'll go over the side here. Watch these rods. It's funny, the brim come between the wadding loads, right? It's their turn to feed, and then next one, a batch of whiting come through again and sell for leather again for another few minutes. Got a hooter there, mate?
Yeah, nice fish, mate.
That's an absolute weapon. Well done, mate.
Cheers, thanks.
It's got to be, I'd say it's a solid 40, that one. Got a few that size before, mate?
Oh, yeah, got a few, mate.